Hello Live! Matt here with Final Fantasy XIV Online for Nintendo Switch 2, Part 14! Grabe! Let's play! A little update lang. Nag-change na pala ako ng class and right now I'm a dancer. O, diba? Yes, dancer na po tayo ngayon. Okay. So, dancer na nga na ngani. Kaya, ayan. Tataru! Nasa na yan? 𝙵𝙰𝙽𝚽𝚰 Primal Fear. Nasaan na yun? Ito ba yun? This is Blue Quest. Operation Archon. Alright, time skip. Mali tayo ng pinasukan kanina, but here we are. A hero in need. The Allied Communications Officer has a task that can only be performed by a hero of the Alliance. Okay. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters of the Maelstrom are holding their own against Garlean forces upon Vilbrand and the Rotano Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin and you must take to the field once more. The immortal flames shall strike at Castrum Meridianum by the way of a diversionary maneuver. While the Garleans are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech field that surrounds the Praetorium. The staging point for the mission lies in the shadow of Castro Meridianum in northern Thanalan, and that is where you must go. On your way there, however, I would ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Blue Frog, one of our key outposts in the area. The garrison, I am told, is in low spirits, and it would do our troops well to see the hero of Cape Westwind appear before them. For the good of our cause, please stoke the fire in their hearts. O, di ba nga, doon ako nagpunta. So, pangalawang beses na to dito. Lieutenant Dracolion, yours is a most welcome presence here at Camp Blue Fog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castro Meridianum at the moment's notice. Alas, while our troops are here in body, their minds are anywhere but. The garrison's mood is dark, so daunting in the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history. But with a hero such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers within their souls. Hearts on Fire, level 49. Sergeant Cracked Fist needs a hero to raise morale. Lieutenant Dracolion, I mentioned that I was hoping you might raise the flagging spirits of the men and women of our garrison. Worry not, it is no necessarily laborious task that we ask of you. The mere presence of a hero such as you walking in their midst would no doubt serve to restore in them a measure of morale. And so I ask of you, make your way to the ceruleum processing plant and report to General Reborn once you have arrived. And Godspeed, Lieutenant Dracolion, our troops are counting on you. I keep saying Blue Frog. Ano pala to? Blue Fog pala to. Well, if it isn't the two, or, well, if it isn't the hero who brought down the Prefectus, it's good to have you with us, friend. As you can see, the mood about the camp here is grim at best. I was hoping that your presence alone might serve to raise spirits some. Unfortunately, it would seem that many are too preoccupied wallowing in fear and self-pity that they have yet to even notice you have arrived. Might I ask to make the rounds and share a few words of encouragement to those men and women whose spirit falters? I had a mind to do it myself, but I am quite certain you would carry more weight coming from you. Once you have seen to the others, go and do the same for Edelstein. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also be better for a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. Of the rumored hero, doubtless you will single-handedly save us all. Flame. I'm fine, truly. Nothing to worry about, just a mild case of battlefield nerves. Yeah, I break my fast on Guardians, and right now I'm very hungry. Wow, the Guardians are not near as frightening as you. I'd sooner face a vanguard while naked as my name day. Your stirring gesticulation has reawakened me to my purpose. Hero or no, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. You would stoke my fighting spirit as you did our recruits? Haha! A kind offer, but hardly necessary. I assure you, the fire in my heart rages as strongly as it ever has. By Ralgar, without me realizing it, the fire of my resolve had grown dim, but thanks to you it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory for Eorzea. But that reminds me, Lieutenant Dracolion, there is one other matter. Prior to launching our final offensive, we will be conducting a series of special training exercises centered on common combat maneuvers and their telltale markers. I thought you might fancy a spot of warming up before we face off against the Garleans, so I've taken the liberty of applying for clearance on your behalf. Okay. Hall of Novices. New exercises have been added to the Hall of the Novice. These solo challenges will teach you how to interpret the attack markers seen during combat. You may access them at any time, either by selecting Hall of Novice from the duty selection of the main menu or by speaking with any of the smiths found in adventurers guilds across Eorzea. Complete these exercises and arm yourself with the knowledge required to conquer the many challenges that await you in your journey. Rock the Castrum. Level 50. Edelstein would send you forth to commence the penultimate phase of Operation Archon. You have rekindled the flames of courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts, and for this I thank you. And now the time for battle is nigh. We must march forth with no worries or regrets. General Roban awaits you at Castrum Meridianum. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust that you are up to the task. Godspeed, Lieutenant Dracolion. Okay, let's go. Our hero returns. I trust that your visit has done much to uplift the spirits of our garrison on the eve of our greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by the news of the siege of Castrum Oriens, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Occidens and Castrum Marinum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tells us that the Garlean offered fierce resistance, but the admiral yielded them not in one ilm. With Occident's, Marinum, and Orient's thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum's sentry, and that can mean but one thing. The hour is come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Minfilia, mistress of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define us, to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer Matteo Dracoleon. You all know him as the man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Matteo, however. We know him as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf. A true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for him. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Matteo and his comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops prepare for battle. I fear I can't accompany you this time. The unenviable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks, you see. Know though that I will be praying for your safe return. Thank you, Cid. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades! For Eorzea! For Eorzea! Go now, Matteo, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. Castrum Meridianum. Okay, I need to change jobs here. I'ma be a summoner again. Okay. Papasok ako with a party of other players. And now we wait. Okay, this is taking too much time, so I'm just gonna go in it with a party of NPCs. Alright, let's go. Sanalan, Castrum Meridianum. This is Sid. To review, our goal is to activate... Nababasa pa ako eh. If you could create a diversion, that is to say, wreak lots of... Oh my gosh. Okay, to review, our goal is to deactivate the Magitek field. If you could create a diversion, that's to say, wreak lots of havoc, I'll search for the field generator. Okay. Does it have a time limit? Of course it does. Everyone okay? I've located the controls for the security system. A moment while I disable the barriers. I am so pleased to say I've found a suit of armor. Press on and I'll meet you just ahead. Another bulkhead, eh? Fortunately, I'm equipped for the task. Stand back. Oh, there's Sid. Hello. Come on, and the field generator should be just up ahead. There it is. Keep the enemy occupied. Diverting all power to cannons. My lord was quite taken with you and the power you possess, the Echo. Only to discover that you are another adventurer, no better than the multitude. Yet, in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion and shower honors upon your head. It defies all reason. How is it that you could be such a no thorn in our sides? Whenever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You slew Rithathin, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them. If you're allowed to continue, will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for, and that my minions, my comrades, even my Lord Gaius. Well, you cannot have him. His dreams and ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine. Do you hear me? All mine. I lost everything once before. I will not suffer to it happen again. I will kill you, adventurer. Only your death can bring me peace. Well, you'll be dreaming for a long time. Bitch. It's happening all over again. Please, I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. Oh, I will. Bitch. My lord, Gaius! Die, bitch. Another poor fool who craved Gaius's affection over all else. May her soul know rest. I don't think she's dead yet. 'Tis a miracle no harm has come to you, my friend, one for which I will happily give thanks. And thanks to your fine diversionary work, we have succeeded in bringing down the generator tower, and with it the Magitech field. The way to the Praetorium now lies open. The only problem is, we can't reach it on foot. Nay, we'll need to take the Enterprise. I left her at the ceruleum processing plant, so let's regroup there. This is it, Mateo. The final confrontation awaits. Oh, she's dead for real? Oh, she's not there, so she probably escaped. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, these people, they carried my ass. Anyway, thank you so much again, guys. Until next time. Reborn. I knew you wouldn't let us down, soldier. With the Praetorium stripped off its defenses, the way to the Ultima weapon lies open. The time is come for the final phase of Operation Archon. Ay, pinalitan ko pala to. Alright. You know best, you know better. The ultimate weapon, level 50. Reborn has some parting words for you ahead of the final phase of Operation Archon. Oh, we got another Fantasia. Reborn has some parting words for you ahead of the final phase of Operation Archon. For the final phase of the operation, my flames will storm Castrum Meridianum and suppress what is left of the Imperial garrison. If all goes well, this will allow you to reach the Praetorium unopposed, fit and ready for your encounter with the ultimate weapon. Yours is the most dangerous mission of all, but the best must bear the heaviest burden, and you're the best we have. There's not another soul in this world that could see this deed done, and Mervib and Kani are of the same mind as me. Though all hangs on your success, you must not let your plight make you desperate. Victory belongs to the bold, not the reckless. Bards are wont to sing of heroes who value their life at naught next to honor, love, and liberty. But I tell you now, that which men value at naught they sell cheap. Risk more than you must, you hear me? Now, best you were off. We have work to do. The both of us. See that your preparations are in order. Then report to Sid. He awaits you with the Enterprise at the ceruleum processing plant. May Ralgar grant you strength. Um, Hey, Biggs and Wedge are here. The Enterprise is at your disposal. When you're ready to head for the Praetorium, you need only say the word. If we succeed in destroying the Ultima weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, the 14th Legion would not dare to move against us, barring the discovery of further Allagan doomsday devices, that is. Let's be on our way, Mateo. Gaius and his plaything await. The Praetorium. I'm just gonna enter with an NPC because it's a long wait for this. Oh my gosh, it's them again? I would hope so. Ito na. The Praetorium. Sana lang. The Praetorium. So here we are. The Ultima weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. This is it, my friend. Duty commenced. We need to make our way down. There ought to be terminal for the lift down ahead. Magitech Terminal. Mad Chamber. Gaius. Ah, Sid, my boy, you are late. There's something I always meant to tell you, yet the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Sid, you must know what he did not have the luxury by choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhaps sensing that something was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life. Most of them concerned you. Early on in your career, he realized that while you had the talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and that the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, though he could not let it show. You ripened open walls in the place so you could just say this to me? What is it that you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together we could bring order to Eorzea and usher in a lasting peace. No, and I can expect no better answer than this. So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and this is your strength that makes me proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you're too dangerous to be let to remain. That's Ultima weapon? Or Iron Giant. It looks like an Iron Giant to me. It is Iron Giant. Run, Sid, or stay. Makes it no matter. Guys, wait! Damn it. It's an Iron Giant. Everyone okay? Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. That bulkhead is composed of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You'll need to divert all power to the Magitek cannon, as I did at Castrum Meridianum. The armor's cores like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if you want to press on. Now listen well. Press the control, engage ancillary, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. I don't even know what it said. Get down from there. Oo, nasira na yung Magitek. You're a natural at this. Alright, the way's clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. Wala, dalawa na lang. Wala, ba't nasira ito? Wala akong kasama dito. And then meron. Okay, let's go. You have been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Is someone there? Garland, old friend, how it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years. Nero, is that you? You sound well. It would seem this savage land agrees with you. The highest ranking tribunus of the 14th. It was you all this time? Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? What? You've lost me. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the academy, I have been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the two of us, yet the fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas, none Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend, your reputed genius gaining credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitek. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet, when I exceeded all reasonable expectation, people proclaimed in the footsteps of the great sin non bloody Garland. Nagmamadali na ako. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieved. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord 𝙵𝙬𝙽 saw fit to offer you a place at his side, and this in spite of your betrayal. The man who has remained loyal to him for all these years? Why no, he did not. Ah, long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord 𝙵𝙬𝙽 is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what are you? Ever since I set foot in this benighted land, I have watched you, every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is of little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you. As I've had, if truth be told, it is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultima weapon. Should I succeed, Lord 𝙵𝙬𝙽 will surely take notice. Besides this, Garland's achievements will be as a child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. Crimson, a fitting color. This changes nothing. The ultimate weapon is activated and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might. Are you alright? What of Nero? Let damn it. In an instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castrum's sentry. What hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the Ultima weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? Okay, let's go. The echelon.
Look for the lips control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
Or Eorzea.
Do you believe in Eorzea?
Yes.
Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning even the great Louis Swan, to grovel at their feet. The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me. thought to be so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you. Ito ulit. Until next time, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
The Porta Documana now accessible. Sana sila ulit. The Porta Sanalan, the Porta Decumana.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you. Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the ultimate weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of 𝙵𝙵. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
𝙵𝙬, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells, to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Oh, we got protected.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, 𝙵𝙸𝙽𝙽. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. 𝙵𝙸𝙽𝙽. Your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Oh my gosh, we're all dead. I'm gonna die. We're all dead. Konti na lang, please.
No! No, no, no! Yeah! Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
I mean, it's still a great job, guys. I mean, we have been wiped once. Still a good job, you guys. Until you next time, guys. Thank you so much.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? 𝙵𝙸𝙽𝙽. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
Feeling ko mapapatay ako dito. 'Di ba? 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 'Di ba honestly.
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Gosh, I feel like I'm gonna die here. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Hindi ko nakuha lahat ng 4 na orbs. Ah, shucks. Just kill me at this point. Oh my gosh. This is no fair. I'm only just one person. Yours was always a vain struggle. Hello, I'm dead. Oh, snaps. Do I get a party? Oh, snaps. Okay. I think this is a, eksena to, feeling ko. Surrender not, my child. Look thee to the light. And receive the power to banish the darkness. Oh my god, I love you! Oh my god. Wala ba't ako naiiyak? Hala, event siya. Did I finish the game?
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
Oh my gosh. I finished it.
What?
Oh my. Hala, naiiyak ako.
Light. It binds them. They are too many.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, please, Tancred. Please be alive. Alright, because I know he got possessed. Oh, yung Magitech. Come on. Let's go home. Come on, let's go home. This thing's gonna crumble.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Of course we made it out.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved son. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still, beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
He's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
He's going to make it, I know he is.
Aw, Ida.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
Sid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light his way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions return safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with him!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn. Welcome home.
Aw.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Oh my god, it's done!
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Oh my gosh.
Though the crystal that
Hala!
bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians.
Hala, ba't ako naiiyak?
Their god may be unknown to us.
Galing,
Their
ang galing,
zeal is
galing.
unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral.
That's true.
Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th astral era. Now, the 7th umbral era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The 7th astral era is come, and thus is ours a realm reborn.
Aww. Oh my gosh, it's finished. There you guys. There you guys have it. The part 14th of Final Fantasy XIV Online for Nintendo Switch 2. Oh my goodness, what a game. I mean, how would I put a grade? Siguro kung bibigyan ko to ng grade, it would be 8 out of 10. Yeah. Pero, hello, mataas pa rin yung 8, you know? Grabe, naka 14 parts ako nun. Tapos karamihan, 3 hours long. Most of them. Oh my goodness. So, it really is part 14 talaga. Grabe, natapos siya ng part 14. Oh my gosh. What a coincidence, huh? Would have been perfect kanina kung kung hindi ako namatay dun sa dun sa Ultima weapon. Kasi yung healer ko, ano ba nangyari dun sa healer? Gulat ako, sabi ko, nag-faint silang lahat. But anyway, naitawid naman, so. Grabe, natapos ko yung game. It feels good, man. Every time I finish a Final Fantasy game, it's just... It feels great. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels great. Feels amazing. Kasi usually naman, yung mga Final Fantasy games, they are really long, you know? Pero to think na naka 150 hours ako dito sa FF14, it's just crazy. Parang di ko naman nakalaban si Odin.
trust unto tomorrow. In one fleeting moment from the land of life glow. Yet in one fleeting moment for a new gift doth grow. In the same fleeting moment thou must live, die, and know.
Oh my gosh. Grabe, ang haba nitong credits, be. Piling ko maka-copyright ano ko dito. Maka-copyright infringement. Charot. Well, in case na ma-mute to, I'm just letting you guys know na this is the prelude ng Final Fantasy. Tingnan nga natin kung may pa-credit sila kung paano ginawa yung Switch 2 version. Grabe, ang daming staff, guys. Aww. The picture. Ah, ito yung mga ano, yung mga naglaro ng original. Grabe, ang dami niyan. Naoki Yoshida. So everyone's at peace now. Ito na yung echo ulit. Hala, what happened to the crystal? It got corrupted. Huh?
What is it?
That roar. It can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
Oh. You again. All right.
Cast Bahamul move. One Azaz moves da. Fanzar lokpai ki hads Aldorn Zur Ukdorn. We next starve Chemuv. They only cause the pose right ball. Alpha Post. Akko Thassaria zum Vor.
Wow. And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there is light, there is always a shadow. Aww. Thank you, guys. But we're not done yet, okay? We're not done yet. Okay, let's go. Oh. Ay, nasaan na yun? Saan ako pupunta? Ito. Okay, let's go. Minfilia. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history. 5 years ago, to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I entrust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm of this very star. Armor identification key. Oh, okay. Flying unlocked. We can now fly while mounted in La Nosea, Thanalan, the Black Shroud, Kerthas, Central Highlands, and Mordona. To take flight, simply jump while mounted. Warrior of Light. Flying Mount. You have gained the ability to take flight. Summon forth a flying mount and try jumping to take off. Descending. Advancing. Ascending. Okay. Ay! Mali! Ay, nako. Ayun na nga guys, yan muna ang part 14 ng Final Fantasy 14 Online for Nintendo Switch 2. Ayan, until next time you guys. Ciao! Okay, punta muna tayo sa main crystal. Doon tayo magsasave.